Hi everybody, this is Dale with Sarah's Kids, and this is a little mini photo album that I keep in my purse, and I call it my brag book because in it I have pictures of my children and my grandchildren. And I've had this for a very long time. This little guy is now almost 5, so it's been around for a long time, and because it's just paper, it started to rip on the sides here. So I decided that I would cover it with contact paper, and maybe that would keep something a little, at least make it more sturdy. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you how to make this little book, which has room for 16 photographs, 8 on this side and 8 on this side. What we need for this project are 4 sheets of double-sided paper. I'm using cardstock, but you could use double-sided pattern paper. And these are cut 3 3/4 by 7 7/8. And you need 4 of them, which I have here. And then you need 1 piece of 12 by 4 inch double-sided cardstock, and I'm using Tim Coffey's irises here, which I love. Anyway, you take this will be the cover and these will be the pages. So the first thing you do is score the cover, and you score at 3 3/4 and 4 and 8 1/4 and 8 1/2. And that makes your cover. When you fold these on these lines, you get like a little, I don't know what you call that, but anyway. So here's your folded piece, and decide which way you want the top to come, this way or this way. It doesn't matter which one is the top. Probably this way because the flowers are growing down that way. So that's the beginning of your cover. Next, you want to cut off one side of the cover to make a piece that will attach inside. And to do this, you draw a little point at 1 inch on each side of the end, and then 2 1/2 inches up, and connect those 2 dots, and then cut off those triangles. And so I'm going to do that with my X-Acto knife. You can use scissors if you want to, but I like the X-Acto knife, it's quick. Okay, so there is the top of my book. And this is going to fold in, and now we're going to make a slit in this bottom area, and the slit is going to go 2 inches down from the top, and it's going to be it start at 5/8 of an inch from each end and go straight across. And to begin with, I use this little punch. It's a Martha Stewart 8-inch punch, or 16, I'm not sure which. And you punch a hole at each end of the line that you're going to use, and then you're going to cut with your X-Acto knife between those 2 holes that you've punched, like that. And that makes the slit, and then this will come down and fold in. And there's the basic shape of your cover. Now you want to cover the wrong side of your cover with the plastic contact paper. And I got this at the grocery store. It was like $3 for a huge roll. And what you're going to do is place this down like, and peel back the paper And then you want to place your cover face side down on this, and as you peel back the paper, press down on the cover so that you don't get any bubbles behind it. And then you can take your bone folder and press it in real well. Now you can cut off the excess contact paper with your scissors, or you can use an X-Acto knife. I like the X-Acto knife because it's fast. So I'll do this and then come back. Now here's the contact paper on there, nice and smooth. And now you want to cut through that slit that you made, because you have to, you don't want that closed up. So there. Now we're going to work on the pages, and the first thing you have to do is fold these in half, and I just fold them in half by hand. I don't use a scorer because you would have to score at a 1/16, and I can't ever figure out how to do that. So you're going to fold each of your pages in half, and then you're going to take the pages and we're going to mark them so that we can sew them into the cover. And you need an awl, and what you're going to do is put a hole in the center of the page, right on the fold mark. And then you're going to put another hole at the 5/8 inch mark. Right in the fold. And on the other side in the 5/8 mark, right in the fold. And then this you can use as a template for the other pages. Once you get all of them marked, and I have them here, you're going to use this as a template for the cover. And so we have to punch holes, and the holes are going to be punched in this second fold. The first fold is here, and the second fold is here. So you're going to place your pages right up there and kind of center them. There's about 1/8 of an inch on each side, and punch a hole again right through that fold mark. And you'll do this on both sides. Now I've got the holes through on both sides, and now it's time to sew. I use quilting thread. This is hand quilting thread by Coats, and it's very, very strong. I can't break it with my hands. I have to use scissors. So you want a long piece about 20-24 inches long, and double it. And then you want to make a knot that's quite large, because you don't want it pulling through the hole that you made in your pages. So take 2 of the pages together and put your needle through the center, and then go through the center hole on your cover. And then I go to the right hand hole, and the first one is a little hard because you have to line them up. There we go. Okay, so there you can see the hole, the string going through. And now you're going to go back through the center hole. Kind of push the knot away, out of the way. And then you're going to the left-hand side. and you go back through the center again. And you do this twice. And now you're ready to knot off. And I go to the center and stick my needle underneath the strings, and then I do a half hitch, what I learned in Girl Scouts. And what you do is you go under the string and then through the loop. You can see how that goes, and then you just pull tight, and then you do it again, underneath and through the loop. And I do that 4 times, 2 on each side of the knot. And then you cut that off. Then you're ready to do the other side. And I'll do that and get back to you. Now that both sides are sewed in, and you see the stitching here and here, basically you're finished, except for putting the contact paper on the backs, on the front side. So if you want to do any decorations on this, in this area, you could put letters, you can put a design, you can put some other paper on top. I just like this the way it is, and I'm not going to put anything on it, so I'm going to put the contact paper on there now. I'll be back when it's done. And here is the finished cover with the contact paper on the outside, and you just fold this up and it's ready for your pictures. This should wear in your purse pretty well, and you'll have fun making these, I hope. This is number 5 for me. Enjoy.